Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be seeing if name brand is really better than generic. So let's go. We're going to be making some chocolate chip cookies, y'all. And guys, everyone's been saying like name brand, generic, blah, blah, blah. I feel like there's always been a huge debate about it, but I'm going to be testing that. And I've been baking for quite some time now. And I've always used name brand products. And then I go to Walmart pretty often because I don't have like another store next to me. And I love Walmart. So I got all this Walmart brand. It's just called Great Value products. And today we're going to be using them to make some cookies. So let's get into it. I just added the flour. Now we're going to go in with baking soda. And guys, I'm freeballing it with these chocolate chip cookies because I forgot to print out the recipe, if you know what I'm saying. And I don't have a phone, guys. I know that might sound crazy, but I do not have a phone currently. You might ask, Peja, what happened to your phone? Why have you not had a phone for 48 hours? Well, guys, it glitched. You know, like when a TV goes like the rainbow, black and white kind of thing? Like kind of like a movie style, like cartoon. Like no way this happens in real life. Now I'm going in with some almond flour. I love almond flour. It's great because I make gluten-free cookies and gluten-free baking goods because I'm gluten-free because I have Crohn's disease. And if y'all want to make some gluten-free stuff to just be healthy or it's your like diet and stuff, guys, this flour, we're going to use this, and then the almond flour because the almond flour makes it more creamy. But I do like to do mainly regular flour. So let's go. Okay, guys, this is what it's looking like so far. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some baking powder, y'all. Make sure I add baking powder. To be honest, I don't really know what it does. For the longest time, I didn't realize there was a difference between baking powder and baking soda. Like, I used to suck at baking for some reason, guys. But now I can suddenly bake. It's like I turned 15 and God decided that he wanted to give me this gift. And I am so happy. Like, I can't even make that up. I'm being 100% serious. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix this all up. Can we mix it? Can we mix it? Do a little jam. Do a little jam. Guys, baking is supposed to be fun. So don't be stressed about all the measurements or anything. Just have fun and get jiggy with it. Because guys, I'm also going to be adding marshmallows. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt the butter. Because normally you just want the butter room temperature. And you're going to let it sit out for a few hours on your kitchen table or just anything. But sadly, in Washington, guys, it is cold. It's cold. So this doesn't get room temperature, so I have to melt it. So if it's cold weather where you are and your butter is not getting like room temperature enough, just melt it in the microwave. Not too much. If you do too much, it's fine. Just let your dough sit before you bake it. And yeah, this butter, ooh, I can't speak, guys. This butter, I don't know why I sniffed that. I don't even like butter that much. But when I'm baking, I get into like a fun mood. Do you guys like baking or do you want to start baking? Because I might make this into a series, guys, of me doing new baking goods, like new bakes. Like, what do you guys want to see? Let me know because I'm going to be doing like a lot more long form YouTube videos because I think it's fun. And also, you know, TikTok's apparently getting banned. Y'all, crazy. You're joking with me, right? Like, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to focus on YouTube more because honestly, secret, I love YouTube and I love you all so much. Okay, now I'm going to melt the butter, guys, and this is going to be put in the microwave for, I would say, 45 seconds just because I'm doing 3 sticks, but if it needs to go in for longer, I'll do it for a little bit longer. Butter's all done. We're going to be taking it out of the microwave, and y'all, so the cool thing about baking or like making chocolate chip cookies is for the like dry ingredients, you add like your flour, your baking powder, baking soda, salt, you know, and then you're going to do your wet ingredients and you don't add your sugar and the dry ingredients. That's considered a wet ingredient, which is so confusing because I think sugar is pretty dry. But now let's preheat the oven and we're going to preheat it to 50 degrees, guys. I can't speak today. So we're going to click bake. It's already on 350. And then we're going to say start set. And now it's preheating. And you want to start preheating the oven before you're like done making because then by the time you're done making the dough and the dough balls, it's all preheated and ready to pop those bad boys in. So now onto the wet ingredients. And I like to put down a little towel so I don't make too huge of a mess because, guys, I get a little clumsy when baking. We're going to go in with sugar. 2 cups of light brown sugar and then also 2 cups of granulated sugar. And this stuff, of course, brown sugar smells so good. I'm not sure of the entire difference between brown sugar and white sugar. But one day I'm going to research it and find out. So I'm just taking 2 cups. I go in. So the cool thing about this, guys, is these measuring cups are meant for like dry ingredients and stuff. So there's different measurements for different like type of ingredients. 1 cup. I told you I would make a bit of a mess. And a tip is to kind of clean up along the way, or just honestly, you could clean up on the end because that's normally what I do. So 2 cups brown sugar, and then we're gonna pop open the white sugar. And as you can tell, guys, I'm so excited to show y'all this recipe because I've just really been entangled with baking. It's like my new favorite hobby. I know that sounds so goofy, but guys, I can't make this up. I find it so fun and so exciting. And also, guys, it does not have to be exact, but just as close as you can get to the measurements is good, because as long as it's made with love, it's gonna turn out good. And some ingredients, because I have messed up cookies before, guys. As I kind of said in the beginning, I used to be really bad at baking, but now I'm getting the hang of it. And I'm gonna go in with my whisk, and I'm gonna whisk this up really good. And my whisk is a little bit broken, but it's okay, guys. And you also can use an electric mixer if you want. But look how good this is looking. It's looking fabulous. You really want to get it kind of nice and creamy, if you know what I'm saying, like mix it hard. And now, guys, we're gonna add the eggs to the wet mixture. One of the ingredients that does make sense to add to the wet mixture. I'm so confused about the sugar. Do you guys know why? Let me know in the comments. We're gonna go in with 3 eggs. 1, 2, and then I'm gonna grab 1 more from the carton. 3. I really have been liking Walmart. And guys, did you know that this sweater that I'm wearing is from Walmart? Like, look at this bad boy. I think it's so cute, so fun, and so fresh also. Now I'm gonna go in with some vanilla, and you're gonna do 2 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. Just like that. I seem to have misplaced my measurement, but that's how much you guys gonna do. And also, I will put in the description the recipe if you guys wanna make these chocolate chip and marshmallow cookies. And I'm so excited to do more baking videos and just teach y'all. It's kind of like baking with Peja, and I'm so excited to be baking with you guys. So now we're gonna whisk this up real good. I kind of like to pick it up. We have to make sure we get the bottom because the sugar and butter likes to stick, if you know what I'm saying. But we're just gonna mix this real good, and look how pretty it is. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. We're just gonna pour this bad boy in, and then we're also gonna take the spatula. This tends to get a little bit tricky. Like, if you're not like really strong, it's a little bit rough, but we're gonna go in with the spatula. Am I missing the bowl? We're gonna go in with the spatula and scrape everything out, which is really helpful to have a spatula when you're making cookies because you don't waste any. Oh, guys, I spilled. I did a little oopsie. I didn't even realize. Look. So what we're gonna do is, my counter's clean. Pro tip, clean your counters, because if you spill a lot like I do and don't want to like waste any, just do that and pick it up with a spatula. And now I'm gonna finish getting rest of this out of the bowl so I can add it to the mixture. I just finished putting all the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, and I'm gonna take the spatula, and be careful, guys, and I'm just gonna carefully fold it in. You wanna fold it in until there's no dry streaks left, but don't over mix it because we're also gonna add in the chocolate chips and marshmallows after this is all incorporated, just like this, and keep going. And if you're using an electric mixer, I would just say keep it on medium speed for like 3 minutes or until there's no dry streaks left. I personally like hand mixing. I think it's super fun, but also every once in a while an electric mixer is good, if you know what I'm saying. It's really up to you and what you want to do. This cookie dough is starting to look beautiful, and I'm just finishing like folding this in. It's really starting to come together. I am actually getting more excited as I go on. This is why I love baking so much. I really think part of the reason I love baking is because I love sharing it with my loved ones, my family, and like my friends, you know? Just, it's fun like seeing their faces when they try like some new creation I've made. And yo, put in the comments what I should make next, or something that you just want to see me try out. Like, I love trying new things, and I think that would be so fun to make with you guys. Okay, guys, now it's time to add the chocolate chips. I am so excited to pop these bad boys open. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop this bag open real quick, and you're gonna do about 2 cups, but if you wanna add some extra chocolate chips, feel free to, guys. But personally, I don't like adding too much. just like this. And I use semi-sweet chocolate chips. They are definitely better than like the regular ones. I love semi-sweet so much. So now that I put those in, guys, it's time for the marshmallows. It's a marshmallow party. Guys, I got the value size bag, baby. You already know what's up when you get the huge bag. Like, it's gonna be a party and it's gonna be fun. Start with that, and then if we want more, we're gonna add more. And I'm gonna go ahead and just mix this all in. I mixed up the dough and I realized I wanted a little bit more marshmallows because I didn't quite eyeball right. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this in with my hands, and I'm gonna be kneading them. And you know what, guys? Don't eat the cookie dough raw, but sometimes I do, but don't, because you could get salmonella and it is a risk. So make sure to just be safe and whatever you're comfortable with, do. And y'all, like I said earlier with the spatula, even with your hands, make sure to get all the way to the bottom. And also, make sure to wash your hands and tie your hair back if you have long hair. Just keep it really sanitary is what I like to do, because these cookies aren't just for me, and I don't want a hair slipping into them. Better to be safe than sorry. This dough is looking positively spectacular with all the marshmallows in it. This is my first time making cookies with marshmallows, and I've been wanting to do it since I started with my baking talent and my baking hobby, and I'm finally doing it. Look how pretty this is. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and wash the dough off my hands before we make the dough balls and put parchment on the baking sheet. Now that my hands are all clean, guys, I'm going to line the baking sheet with parchment paper, y'all. And I'm so excited to see these cookies come to life right now. And I'm not the best with parchment. I feel like normally when I like kind of like hit it off the box, you know, like how the box has like the little like, you know, lip like this, I normally have to use scissors, but I'm not the best at using that. Let me know in the comments if you guys can relate. And I'm just going like this ahead. And yes, guys, this baking sheet also is from Walmart, just their brand. And I like to go ahead, instead of putting it this way up, I like putting the parchment facing this way. And then I kind of unfold it like this. And then I kind of crease it on the sides. And now it's time to make the balls. If you have like a cookie scooper, like an ice cream scoop, you can use that. But personally, I prefer using my hands. And whether you want big or small cookies, it depends on you. I'm gonna go with like a decently sized cookie right now. I am just so excited. My hype for these cookies is real. And make sure you space your cookies out evenly, or else they will go into each other. When I first started baking, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I made a cookie sheet cake because that is what happened with the cookies. But it's okay. It's honestly living and learning, like baking and like figuring out what works for you and your experiences. And guys, also the circles don't have to be perfect. Like they can be lumps and they're still gonna turn out good. They don't have to be pretty as long as they taste good, in my opinion. And that's what really matters. Unless you're trying to like make like a little perfect post. And guys, it's okay if some of the ingredients fall out. But just going back to the dough real quick, if your dough turns out a little bit like dry, you can always add some more butter or a tiny bit of milk. And if it's a little bit too wet, just add more flour and there you go. It'll work perfectly. Okay guys, I'm going to space these out a little more so I can add one more cookie at the end there. These are looking so incredibly good. And my oven looks like it's preheated. So once I'm done making these into balls, there we go. Look at these, guys. We're going to put them in. And for the time, I like to start with less is more. So I'm going to set a timer for 8 minutes. And then I'm going to check them. And if they need a little bit longer, I will put a little bit more time on and keep checking them. There we go. I'll close up. Hey, Google, set a timer for 8 minutes. There we go. And now we're gonna wait for the timer to go off and check them. Guys, make sure to prioritize safety overall. Get your parent or guardian's permission to use the oven. And if you don't feel safe taking out the baking sheet or like using the oven without anyone's help, that's fine, guys. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and make sure to always check the oven before turning it on, because safety is above all else when baking. Because one time, guys, I accidentally preheated the oven, this was years ago, without checking, guys, and I almost burnt the house down because I left a cookie sheet cake in there and the plastic got in the oven. But thankfully, my dad came to my rescue and saved it, and we were all good. But the oven did get a little bit messed up, guys, so just be safe. And now, time to throw these eggs away in the trash that I definitely need to take out, but I'm not gonna take out till my parents tell me to. We're gonna put all this in the sink, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up this. I'm gonna set this towel aside because it's dirty because I had the raw eggs on it, and then I'm gonna wash it once I'm all done. I'm gonna put the butter back in the fridge. Now that I'm all cleaned up, I'm just waiting for the timer to go off so I can take the cookies. Oh, okay, Google, thank you. Out of the oven. I have my oven mitts on. Okay, Google, thank you. I'm turning off my timer. These smell so good. And I'm gonna set these on the counter and I'm gonna let them cool for a minute before I even touch them, and make sure that you realize that, guys, the baking sheet is still hot, so don't touch it with your bare hands, and definitely don't touch the cookies because you will get burnt. So I'm gonna let these chill for at least 5 minutes. Shut the oven. Okay guys, I just put in the next batch and I've recruited my daddy to try the cookies. Okay, just pop one in. And guys, he loves cookies and all the things I bake. Honestly, partially because they're sweets and also mostly because I'm his daughter and made them.
And she makes good food.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's nice and soft, cooked really, really well. Still warm.
What do you think?
I'm taking them all.
Safe to say you like them and it's a success?
It is very, very, very good.
Guys, this is your sign to make some ooey gooey marshmallow chocolate chip cookies. Guys, I think after making these cookies, I can know for sure to tell y'all that, guys, generic is just as good as brand name, if not better, because these cookies turned out so amazing, and I will be shopping at Walmart now all the time to save money while I bake amazing treats for my family and friends. Bye, thanks for watching.